Man, you're just like gunfire, Sully said, shaking his head at Jen as he slid his plate of steamy, hot food onto the dining room table and took his seat, opposite her. She gave him and then Jack a confused expression. How's that? Well, you're a force of nature on the battlefield because your movements are swift and precise, Sully said, holding up one finger. Then he ticked off another. And your attacks are relentless and devastating. Again, he held up another finger, making it 3. Also, you have a grace like that of a living weapon, not to mention that you have a power that, when unleashed, the world itself trembles before your very might. Jack glanced up and over his shoulder, looking at Amanda, the house manager. She was serving up breakfast to those in line. Did you poison my breakfast too, or just Sully's? Oh, brother, Sully protested, waving his hand at Jack. Do you not believe that our Jen is amazing in every way possible? Jack glanced at Jen, giving her a cool look, full of his affection for her. Of course I do. But for that reason, I'm not giving her compliments with such ridiculous splendor like you. Jen nodded, smiling at Sully. And although I appreciate the lavish compliments, maybe you can tell me what's up. What do you want? Why are you laying it on so thick? Sully held one hand to his chest, a mock look of pain on his face. You scorn me. Methinks you doth protest too much, Jack said with a laugh. And we should get down to the reasons that have possessed you to behave so strangely. Or rather, more so than normal. But first, anyone think that Amanda's new strategy for dispersing breakfast is going to get her cut by a dragon rider? Jen glanced over her shoulder at the line snaking around the dining and kitchen area in the Rogue Rider mansion. Amanda, the house manager, had tried something new with that morning's breakfast. Annoyed by how the dragon riders were shunning Jen and then getting bent out of shape by how Amanda was giving her special treatment, the house manager had tried a different approach that day. Amanda had made biscuits, gravy, and sausage patties for that morning's hearty breakfast. The whole downstairs smelled of savory spices and warm deliciousness. However, in order to obtain their breakfast from the house manager, the lined-up dragon riders had to say something nice about Jen. So far, only a few had plates with food. The whole thing made Jen really want to cringe, but she tried to make herself look indifferent to the strange affair. It really is quite the spectacle, Sully said, taking a bite of his sausage nestled in the warmth of creamy gravy with a bit of biscuit on it. But I had no problem passing her little test. I just said how much I admired dear Jen because she was always willing to extend a hand to those in need, and such a dear and lovely friend. I also had no trouble obtaining my breakfast since I simply stated the truth, Jack said, taking a sip of his coffee. I said how beautiful and smart you are. Jen tried her best to hide her blush. Although I appreciate the nice words, I really think this is too much. Both for you all to be saying and for Amanda to be requiring. It's really embarrassing. I don't think so, Sully argued.